Okay, if you can name that band, you get an extra bonus point. Today, we're going to look at writing an ending in nonfiction. And what that means is, let me show you what we are going to do today. We're going to read a published article. We're going to look at the ending and see what was good about that ending and why that ending was effective. We're also going to write our own ending for one of our own articles. And finally, you're going to write an effective ending for your writing piece. Now we're going to get started. I'm going to display one of these articles for you so you can read it to yourself. Zoom in now. All right, that looks good. Let's make it not tilty. You can see I covered up the ending right there. There's a reason I did that. We're going to talk about it and see if we can figure out why I did that. Pause the video, read this article to yourself so you're prepared to talk about it right now. Okay, get yourself a piece of paper. And what's going on with my focus? Come on. Get a little focus. That did not help. It was like a little bit in the main there that looked good. Let's zoom in here. What's going on, guys? How about I hit that button? Does that help? Oh, that's totally better. It's totally better. It's totally not better. There it is. Okay, perfect. What I like to do is write your name, write the date, and write the title of the video on it. And when you're ready, resume the video. When we're writing an essay, right, when we're writing an ending to our essay, we have to make sure we're looking at the most important thing. We want to repeat ourselves in a new way, but we want to leave our reader, maybe I should write this down, leave the reader with something to think about. I wrote that so fast. So, looking at this essay, show of hands, what is the most important thing in this essay? What I'd like you to do, I'd like you to answer that right now on that piece of paper. What is the most important thing in the essay? A show of hands. Answer that question and then resume the video. You got it? Did you write it down? Did you write this? Did you draw an awesome picture of a hand? You can do that too if you want. All right, what does that mean? Well, why do we look at the most important thing in an essay? Because we want to leave the reader with something to think about, all right? So when you're writing an ending, you want to identify the most important thing. What are you most connected to in your essay? You want to state the most important thing in your ending, and you want to leave your reader with something to think about. Let's look how they did that in this essay. So here's the quick ending in this article. They're stating the most important thing, that girls should raise their hands. And they're also leaving you thinking about something, that girls are powerful. Heck yeah. Okay, so what do we want to do now is we're going to look at another essay and we're going to write our own ending to that.
All right.
Okay. Read this essay, and then we'll talk about writing an ending. All right, let's go back to that last question, all right? The same question we talked about before. Whoa, way too big. There it is. That's perfect. Look at that. It's totally in focus, too. What is the most important thing in this essay? And we have to leave the reader with something to think about. So in your opinion, what's the most important thing in this essay? I'd like you to write that down. So on your piece of paper, where'd my pencil go? No pencil, no problem. Marker time. So on your piece of paper, write down the most important thing in this essay is, answer that question, and then resume the video. Now, my opinion, let me show you what I think is the most important thing in this essay. I wrote down that the Patriots were tougher than the British thought. They surprised the British. And I think that's something that I want to leave my reader thinking about. Boop. Leave the reader. Most important thing. So, I'm going to write an ending that has to include both of those things. Remember, when you do your ending, you identify the most important thing, state the most important thing, and leave your reader with something to think about. Ooh, gotta scroll down. Okay. That's how it'll work, right? Now I have to leave them thinking about something too, so let me write that. Okay, you can see that I read that. I left my reader thinking about something. I said the most important part. I restated it. And I had an ending that was a lot better than the first ending that I had in this. So I was happy to revise and make a new ending. You're going to do the same thing now. When you're writing your own ending, oh, you know what you can do? Why don't you write this down in your notes? Write this down on this page. I like that. Write these notes down, please. Please. So you write those down, and then you'll have them with you, and then you can move on to writing your own essay. Write these notes down, and write your own ending to your essay. Thanks.